Hello everyone, welcome to Dnyanadeep Academy. In this session, we are going to look into one new program which we are launching for UPSC Prelims 2024. So if you have appeared for UPSC Prelims 2023 or have gone through the papers of UPSC Prelims 2023, you can very well understand the difficulty level of the exam, the unpredictability of the exam, and it is ultimately causing you a lot of time. Year after year you are preparing very hard and without any result. And looking into all these facts, we have launched a new program, that is test series cum mentorship program. So this is a combined program where you have a test series schedule. On a periodic basis you are supposed to attempt this test. At the same time, through mentorship you will be guided on how to prepare, what you should be strategizing about each and every single subject, how to do PYQ analysis, micro analysis, so on and so forth. So this particular program is designed so that you are going to have a very guided approach for next 6 months. At the same time, you are able to do a lot of practice and analyze whatever you're doing in practice. Now, we all know the nature of exam is rapidly changing. Every year, UPSC will throw some or the other element, surprising element at you. And in the exam hall, we are just awestruck. We do not have any strategy or any preparedness. Now, looking into this, if you go forward to this strategy, the strategy we are going to put forth, you will be in a much better situation in exam hall. Whatever be the surprises UPSC is going to throw, we will prepare ourselves for those surprises. Also, for next 6 months, you do not have enough time for trial and error. Also, if you prepare on yourself, you may prepare very well, but it may happen that you might miss some or the other nuances of this particular exam, and it may ultimately cost up one more year. And that is why it is very important to have some guidance, some expertise from the people who already have done well at the prelims level. And that is how we are going to conquer this particular part. We'll be bringing in a lot of experts on particular subjects, particular issues, and they will be guiding you on all these aspects so that you learn the nuances of the exam and you are ready on your big day. Finally, these 6 months are very crucial. For whole of the 6 months, having proper guidance and staying motivated is very important. You may have a very wonderful plan for next 6 months, but what will happen that some way or the other you will lack the motivation to prepare. And once you lack the motivation to prepare, no matter what wonderful plan you have, you will fail to execute that plan. And if you do not execute it well, anyway you are not going to be ready for the exam. And through the mentorship process, what we are going to achieve? We are going to achieve the same ends. We will guide you for next 6 months. At the same time, we will keep you enough motivated. The best motivation you will experience in the exam hall, which will be achieved through this particular program. Now let us understand what we are going to aim in this program. So first and foremost, we are going to have one-to-one mentorship. We have a list of experts for various subjects, for various aspects of this particular exam, and with the help of those experts you will be guided on a one-to-one basis. As and when you required, on what issues you required, we will help you through that. At the same time, we will have group calls, because exams like prelims, they require a lot of group discussions, sometimes group studies, and we are going to form a group, and on a group basis you will be following one schedule. You will be competing against each other, and through that competition you will try to perform your best. With the same group, we will have periodic conversations, periodic calls. We will guide you throughout, and that way you are going to achieve your preparation. With the program, we are going to have some strategy sessions. Now what these strategy sessions are? Now, there are a lot of strategies. Even if you Google anything, any aspect of UPSC exams, be it prelims, be it mains, there are a lot of strategies which are put forth. And for even a minor problem, you might get up with 10 strategies. You really do not know which strategy is really going to work for you, which strategy is not going to work for you. So what we have come up with, we have discussed with our in-house experts, and through thorough discussions we have come up with strategy for each and every single part of this particular process. This is a very curated strategy. It is not a random strategy. It is not a strategy which will work for some and will not work for some. So we are trying to put forth a strategy which will work for most of you, and it will create wonders for you. And this strategy is highly curated. It has been thoroughly discussed, and many people have put their minds and experience into this particular part. So you will be immensely benefited through these strategy sessions. Now the elephant in the room, CSAT. So most of you faltered at CSAT in the UPSC Prelims 2023 exam, and looking into those scenarios, we have come up with some special focus on the CSAT part. So we will understand what is going wrong in this particular paper. Now on a mass scale, something is really going wrong when it comes to CSAT, but at an individual level also we find that every person has some or the other strength or the weakness in this particular paper. So what CSAT demands? CSAT demands a very individualistic approach, and through our special focus on CSAT paper, we will try to achieve what are the requirements of a particular individual in CSAT and how those requirements can be met with our strategy. Further, we have a very practical test series plan. Now there are a lot of test series which are available in the market with very fancy names. These test series are available, but what we want to have a very practical program when it comes to next 6 months. If you have a very practical test series, with practical, what do I mean? I mean a test series program which is feasible to study with a given time frame, and also that test series gives you a wonderful feedback in terms of the knowledge gaps, feedback in terms of the strategy, and that is how we have curated this particular test series program. So with the mentorship, we have ingrained or we have connected this test series part, and when you connect these two things, it will create wonders for you. Further, let us understand what test series we are going to go ahead with. So when it comes to our test series plan, we have weekly test. So for 6 months, you will be appearing a test on a weekly basis, and typically these weekly tests are of GS paper. So every week we will give you some target. You are supposed to read those particular issues. We will also give you the sources through which you are supposed to read those particular issues, and at the end of the week you will be appearing this particular test. It will have 2 rounds. There are 2 rounds for GS. In round 1, we will go on a very micro basis. We will split each and every single subject, and we will do part tests or test in part on given subject. In round 2, we will again do sectional tests, and finally we are going to have comprehensive tests as well. So 2 sectional rounds, and after that 1 comprehensive round. This is for GS. When it comes to CSAT, for CSAT we are going to have a fortnightly test. So every 15 days you are supposed to appear for a CSAT paper. You will learn what mistakes you are going to mistakes you have done in that particular CSAT paper. We will analyze these mistakes, we will take corrective measures, and again in next 15 days you will try to implement whatever have you learned from your last experience, and this way in the next coming 6 months you will do very well when it comes to CSAT paper. Finally, these questions which we are going to ask in this particular test series, they are based on latest question pattern. Whatever the pattern which is being now followed by UPSC, whatever the thinking with which UPSC sets this particular paper, we have analyzed that particular part, and our test series is going to achieve the same level of examination question papers. Fine. So latest question pattern is there. Even if when it comes to options, we are going to match the option pattern, and also the topics which are going to be asked in the exam, we are trying to match those patterns as well. Now, one important part about our test series, that these test series are curated by faculties. These are not the test series which are available in market, which are generated or which are created by content teams. So typically what we are going to do, we have a team. At the same time, our faculty is going to curate these particular questions and curate these question papers. Fine. And with the faculty's experience and with faculty's expertise, you are going to experience some high quality questions which will challenge your thinking, which will challenge your knowledge. At the same time, it will make you learn what is required in the examination hall. And that is one very important feature which we are coming up with in our test series. Finally, this is going to have a comprehensive coverage of sources as well. Now, there are a lot of chaos when it comes to the sources which are followed for UPSC Prelims examination. So, with our test series plan, we are trying to make sure that whatever best resources are available, they are going to be followed. You will be able to cover all those resources. You will be able to revise thoroughly all those resources, and that way you will be prepared for your examination day. So this was about test series. Now let us understand what is the coming schedule. So when it comes to schedule, this mentorship program is going to start on 15th of December 2023. Next, you have a CSAT benchmark test on 20th of December. So this is somewhere you are going to test the first waters. And finally, our test series program will start from 23rd of December. So mentorship starts on 15th of December, CSAT benchmark test on 20th of December, and on 23rd of December you will be facing your first GS test. So if you have any doubt regarding this particular program, please contact the number which is given in the description box. Also, you can connect with me on this particular number, that is 770-9495-797. For admission details or other details, you can contact me, or also you can contact on the number which is given in the description box. We will discuss what all is required for cracking UPSC Prelims 2024, and will make sure you are able to get through rank this year itself. So thank you everyone. We'll see you again. Good night.